What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with game number 1 between VP and Alliance. This is going to be from, of course, TPL4, as the title of the video does say. Also, it's going to be from the winner's bracket. VP came here by beating out Team Liquid. Alliance came here by beating out Fnatic. And whoever wins this is going to the grand finals. Whoever loses this is going to be facing the winner of Team Liquid versus Fnatic, which I know the winner already, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. Wait. No, by the time this comes up, the other one should already come up. So it's going to be Team Liquid. So the loser of this faces up against Team Liquid in the losers finals, and then goes on to the grand finals to face the winner of that. Goes on to the grand finals to face the winner of this, if that makes any sense. VP is going to be on the Radiant, Alliance on the Dire. Looks like we have full lineups for everyone, so it should be some good Dota. Nature's Prophet, Gyrocopter, Bane being the pickup from VP. Getting that Nature's Prophet first over anything else, giving the Keeper of the Light to Alliance. And when you give up the Keeper of the Light, when you pick up the Nature's Prophet in exchange for the Keeper of the Light, that means your Treants aren't really going to be very effective, because Keeper of the Light is such a great anti-pusher, but especially a great anti-pusher versus the Nature's Prophet. You can see VP banning out the Chen, as well as Lone Druid respect bans towards Bulldog, as well as Aki. But when you have those types of heroes, the really big type pushing heroes who have big things on the front lines, then Keeper of the Light doesn't become as effective. But when you have lots of little things like Eidolons, like Broodmother, Spiderlings, like Treants, then Keeper of the Light is really that. You bring him to where he really shines. Get it? Keeper of the Light, he shines. No, but no, seriously, that's when he really excels. But so their pushing isn't going to be too easy. Although I think with just the Bane and Gyrocopter together, they should be fine to really handle their lanes in a strong way and try to shut down Alliance through those means. Alliance, their picks have been the Keeper of the Light, Lifestealer, as well as the Clockwork. So we're going to get the Keeper of the Light first and foremost. Not going to be it's going to have some pretty good setup time with the open wounds. Keeper of the Light will be able to wind up his Friendship Cannon and shoot Friendship all over the VP side. So the Alliance are going to be looking for a solo mid for S4 to handle, which is why we see Mag, Puck, as well as Storm Spirit being banned out. Queen of Pain still in the pool. So, could be a pickup for S4. And we already know what Loda's going to do. Lifestealer and Alliance want a hard lane. No, they want another support hero for Aki/EGM. Alliance themselves going to be banning out some mixed heroes, really. Nyx Assassin, surprisingly enough, getting all the way through this pool. I mean, VP banning out the Lone Druid and Chen, two heroes that rarely ever do see the first. You rarely see them in this area where they're banned first and foremost. And Nyx Assassin is kind of a weird. Kind of a weird picks, considering the Nyx Assassin being banned out this late in the game. I mean, Nyx Assassin is like 9 times out of 10 going to be picked up or banned out as soon as you could possibly do so. But getting this far in is kind of surprising from both sides, really. We saw Liquid try to run Keeper of the Light as well as Nyx, but didn't work too well for them. Of course, that is one isolated game, so you can't exactly deduce anything from that. But it is not the strongest combo in my opinion. Very strong heroes individually, but you gotta have them with different heroes. And VP, what the hell's going on here? Night Stalker and Zeus. I really don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be. I have no idea what it's going to be. No, I thought I was offline. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'm not ready for this. Not ready for this. Anyway. VP gonna go with the Zeus and Night Stalker. Their lanes are gonna be really crowded. Unless they want to do an aggressive tri-lane, Nature's Prophet is probably gonna go into the jungle to buy some space for these lanes. But Zeus, Night Stalker, two heroes that frequently hit up that mid lane. And in this situation, I don't know who they would rather have in the mid lane. I guess they do have the option of picking and choosing based on who S4 picks up. But Zeus is a hero that we rarely see. He does put out a ton of damage, like a lot of damage. But the problem is that if you get right up into his face, he crumbles because he's so soft. I mean, he's a small dwarf guy. Despite being the god of thunder, he gets killed in like 5 hits, especially if those hits are coming from the Lifestealer. And since the Lifestealer has the transportation service of Clockwork, then Zeus is probably going to be very unhappy in this game. If he can maintain his distance, then you'll be fine to drop some damage on Alliance. But Alliance, they'll have the Null Field eventually. They'll have Rage on the Lifestealer. So Zeus is probably not going to be too effective unless he gets a really good start. If that does happen, then he's going to be really effective in this game. But if not, I feel he's probably just going to be mincemeat once the Lifestealer gets active on the field. And the mid pick is going to be the TA from Alliance. So I feel like either way VP lane this, it's going to be Now it's going to be a support Gyrocopter, okay. And Zeus is going to go mid, so there you go. Night Stalker on the safe lane, most likely. Interesting lineup from VP. They will have a good amount of global control from the Zeus as well as Nature's Prophet ultimate. So if they spot anyone out, if the Night Stalker finds a target, you know, you have the Nature's Prophet ultimate can fly in, you have lightning from the heavens, and then the other guy is pretty much already going to be dead, especially once you nuke him once from the Night Stalker. So just that alone is a lot of global bursts that's going to be set up a lot by the Night Stalker. So VP, with their lineup they have picked up for themselves, running NS on the Gyrocopter, the name of this game is going to be aggression. So the first 30 minutes is going to be when VP are going to look to make things happen. Use the early game power of the Night Stalker, use the early game burst from Zeus, and keep down Alliance and then just steamroll ahead towards a victory. We'll see if they can do that, because Alliance, they do have some pretty capable defensive heroes of their own. They have Telekinesis, so it's a pretty good tool to use against the Night Stalker. They have Cogs, which is an even better tool to use against the Night Stalker. They have Rage, and that's pretty much it. They have Illuminate to keep their towers from going out. So Alliance, they will be forced to play defensively in this game with the Lifestealer as well as a TA on their side. The longer this game goes, the longer it's going to favor them, because they are going to be farming, whereas the quote-unquote hard carry hero on VP, the Night Stalker, doesn't really scale that well into the late game, unless you build up damage, which is what we rarely see. And the other hero in this game, who's typically played as the hard carry, the Gyrocopter, is not going to be getting a lot of farm, because he's going to be played as a full support hero. So let's go over who is going to be playing what. NS is on the Gyrocopter. We have Arzart on the Bane with boots already, actually. Is he going to go to the top lane? Doesn't look like it. KSI is going to be on the Nature's Prophet. What a surprise. Crazy is on the Zeus, and Illidan is going to be playing that Night Stalker. Admiral Bulldog on the bottom lane for Alliance is going to be handling that Clockwork mid lane. It's going to be S4. On the TA, Aki is going to be handling the Keeper. EGM on the Rubik. And that leaves Loda on the top lane to farm up. It looks like KSI not even going to try this top lane. So this Observe Ward kind of going to waste, but, you know, just in case, KSI is going to go into the jungle with his Treants. And already we see a level 1 smoke. We have Bane with a Nightmare, which, I mean, he definitely is going to pick up the Nightmare. And NS with 1 point in Rocket Barrage. They want to get a kill early on versus S4. And Rocket Barrage is such a great tool with dealing with that refraction. The only problem for them is that Crazy derped up his block, and now S4 is going to be a little bit safer. The creeps are going to be that much closer. Crazy's got to start with chip damage right now if he wants to get anything happen. But S4 with the base damage should have an easy time on this against the Zeus. Anything that the Zeus does is going to be blocked by this TA. However, the creeps, though, going to take a couple of tower shots. This is going to benefit VP, especially if Crazy starts trading with S4 right now. Here comes Arzart for the Nightmare, but I don't think they could actually get that. Lightning's going to chain this off, but the creeps are already here, and the refraction is going to hold. NS taking a lot of damage. S4 just one more hit. No! It's going to be the Bane that takes the right click. Gyrocopter falling shortly after. But in the end, Bane does pick up the first blood, and S4, he died, and then he got the kill. So he got nothing out of that except for the gold experience. S4 is really going to be unhappy about that. And VP a little bit lucky with that dive. Could have gone so much worse. But the creep wave really coming at the worst possible time. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Got kill. They dove and they had some success. And EGM and Aki really nowhere in position to help S4. So first blood is going to go to VP. They did lose a support in exchange, but it's not going to bother them too much. The Templar Assassin is kept that much further down, and now Zeus is going to have that level advantage over her. Not going to hold on to that for long because of the base damage differential. TA will be able to deny and last hit a lot easier than the Zeus will. So it looks like now we have a Triverse try situation on this bottom lane. The Alliance realized that there's no one top lane, so you don't need support heroes to help Loda. He'll keep the creep equilibrium by himself. Might as well shift some heroes down and help Admiral Bulldog. This is going to apply pressure to the Night Stalker, and the more pressure that you can apply to that Night Stalker before the first night phase, the happier you're going to be once that first night phase does roll around. The only question is, can they actually get a kill on the Night Stalker, and will they have enough presence to actually do anything? Because we could see this happen. NS going to get lifted up into the air. Bulldog going to get the cogs off, which is going to push back NS once, but 4 heroes are here for VP. Bulldog is stuck in a corner. He has no way to run out of here. He's going to die alone, and Illidan's going to pick up that kill. So VP starting off their aggressive lineup the correct way, going super aggressive. Level 1 first blood with a level 1 smoke, and then going for a kill on the Clockwork shortly after. Going to give Illidan that much more gold. He might go for a bottle, might just go for an urn with the 2 gauntlets of strength. Wouldn't be surprised to see that urn come up relatively soon. So VP really setting themselves up for a good night, a good first nighttime phase. If they can keep this aggression going, then Alliance, their late game is not going to come into fruition, and then it really won't work out for them. I mean, they will get nothing. Oh, unfortunate miss from Aki on the low ground. Will give KSI that extra golden experience. But they have to keep applying the pressure, because if Alliance start to rally, if they start to defensively hold the first nighttime phase, then the Lifestealer free farm is really going to bite them. But right now, you can take the pressure to Alliance, because S4 is not strong enough. Loda's not strong enough to deal the right-click damage, and really the supports from Alliance, I mean, Keeper Light does a lot of damage, but not if you can get right up into his face. Rubik doesn't do much damage, Clockwork doesn't do much damage, so really Alliance are heavily reliant on the two damage dealers of the TA, as well as the Lifestealer in order to actually kill things. And if they're not strong enough to kill things, then what are they going to do? We now see Crazy and take a little bit of damage, but he's going to be just fine to sit on this mid lane. EGM roaming around, not really getting anything done. And Admiral Bull, I can see how far he is being pushed back in this lane. So far, VP setting themselves up for a pretty good mid game. And Alliance, although they're getting their farm on S4, they're getting their farm onto Loda. Really, the question of how this game is going to go is going to occur in 2 minutes on the dot. That is when the first nighttime hits. That is when we'll see Illidan leave the spot lane, or go for kills somewhere on the map. Whether it's on Admiral Bulldog or not doesn't really matter too much. Bulldog might be in a little bit of trouble. He has a missile heading towards him, and regeneration rune stolen by the Clockwork, but it's not going to help him. Plink goes the missile. Bulldog going to get woken up by some unpleasant lightning. That is definitely not how I want to be waking up, and Bane's going to find himself another kill. Arzart now 201 on the Bane. Only level 2. Somehow, not too sure, lots of roaming I guess, but getting 3 kills I would assume would put him at level 3, but I guess this is not the case. S4 gonna hunt out KSI, slowed down by the neutral creep. This might be a kill for Alliance, desperately needed for them. Not too desperately needed, but would be very nice to have that additional jump in golden experience. Once the first nighttime phase runs around, once the first nighttime phase comes around, but you can see Alliance, they're setting themselves up. I mean, they just have to survive this first nighttime phase, because even though they're getting technically more farm, the farm that they're getting isn't really going to be as useful as the farm that VP is going to get, because we do see the Night Stalker, level 5 now, 5 minutes into the game. He's keeping up very well with the levels. Bane, as well as the Gyrocopter, making sure to stay out of the Night Stalker's hair, making sure that he gets full experience from this creep wave. Now it's at the level 6 mark, is going to pick up that 1 point in silence. I do love it when Night Stalkers do this, because if you don't silence them, the cogs are going to go up, and then your entire game plan is pretty much out the window. But VP, let's take a look at the initial pre-nighttime advantage for them, if any. Alliance is holding the gold advantage, experience advantage, starting to bend towards Alliance as well. So VP going into this first nighttime phase with not too much of an advantage, besides a little bit of momentum. But we'll see how that actually pans out. Crazy has yet to really make use of his burst damage. It's really difficult to do so versus S4 with that refraction. You don't want to throw out a single lightning bolt, because it'll just be eaten up by that shield of psionic energy, or whatever the hell it's called. And then you're going to be unhappy, because right now Zeus is a little bit strapped for mana, as Zeus is. Zeusai? I don't know, what's the plural of Zeus? Is there a plural for Zeus? That's what Zeus is really, really strapped for in the early stage of the game. He just needs mana to keep dumping lightning bolts on the target. But now level 6 up on Zeus. Level 6 will soon be up on the Nature's Prophet as well. And that means global potential. Where is Illidan going? He wants blood. Looks like it's going to be on the mid lane. He is on the hunt. NS holding down the fort on this bottom lane. We'll find a little bit of farm here. They want S4. And if S4 is 60... Oh, he actually has a haste rune. He should be perfectly fine. Illidan might take the entire trip up to the top lane, where Loda is farming up for his armlet. Illidan going to circle around, pass through an enemy observer ward. No big deal there. Actually, armlet picked up from the Lifestealer already. Wow. 650 armlet. That is absurd. Could have been a Hand of Midas, but I guess he knows that he's going to be aggressed upon very early, and boy is he correct. Night Stalker and Arzart hunting for victims. Smoke's going to run out, but they're going to find a target. It's going to be EGM. If they catch wind of this, EGM's going to die. But the Smoke going to run out at the worst possible opportunity, and VP, this looks like this is going to be it for this gank. Yeah, teleportation support already coming in the form of the Keeper of the Light. If they're going to dive the tower, that would take Balls of Steel. EGM really the only viable target to do so, but I don't think that's going to happen. So the first smoke from VP unfortunately running out at the worst time for them, so they're going to be delayed in their aggression just a little bit. But KSI still not at the level 6 mark, actually. With the Illuminates flying through, Illidan can't afford to really sit here. He needs to get the jump on someone. And, well, you're not going to get the jump on this Lifestealer, because even if you do nuke him a couple times, he has the armlet already. So Loda getting an incredibly fast armlet, and S4, wouldn't be surprised to see him pick up a Blink Dagger. No, he went for Tread, so no Blink Dagger in the near future for him, but Illidan's going to be roaming pretty heavily, and we'll see. We'll see if he could actually get some kills to happen. S4 looking mighty tasty in the mid lane, though it's going to be difficult to crack through that refraction plus the haste rune, so unless they get a Fiend's Grip or something, which is not up, won't be up for a long time, they won't get a kill into S4. Bulldog may be the target. Illidan spending a lot of time away from any sort of lane, so his experience, his gold income starting to hurt. He needs to pick up some kills right now, or else he's going to essentially waste all this time. Already 10 PM is the time, and Illidan needs to make some kills happen, but he simply cannot find them. Alliance playing very, very smart, a little bit lucky with the smoke as well, doesn't hurt. But they're making sure to stay away from this Night Stalker, and if you could take the first Knight away from the Night Stalker, then he's going to be daytime, and then he's unhappy, because he's just a Daywalker and a Night Stalker. Might be a dive into Admiral Bulldog, however, if they can find a Void on him, he might be a dead Clockwork. There's the Void as well as Silence. Brains have to follow up as well. KSI can teleport in, and Bulldog's going to die to the Night Stalker. First, a successful nighttime gank. Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing through as well. Huge damage onto NS, and it will drop the creep wave off of the tower. But a kill is a kill. Even though it is on the Clockwork, not really a huge priority kill to get. That is the third death for him. It is going to mean that Illidan is going to start to stack up some Urn charges. And the first kill with your Urn, very, very important, because you get 2 of the charges instead of 1, which means that you get a heal as well as a nuke for your next victim. And if you keep spending that last Urn charge in order to get a kill, then you're going to be in for good times. Now they're going to go straight for S4. No more haste rune to get him out of this. And S4 is slightly out of range. Illidan's going to storm up the river. A little bit poorly timed, though, once again. A little bit unfortunate for VP, maybe a little bit of a misplay. But either way, S4 is going to slip away from the Night Stalker once again. And nighttime is slowly burning down, and Night Stalker's constantly looking for aggression. He wants EGM, he wants Aki, but he can't find them. They're playing so far back. EGM hugging the tower, very close to this juking spot. You can see he's going in there already. He knows Illidan is coming. Illidan might be able to snipe off this courier, which would be a huge pickup, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. We do see S4 going to get spotted out by VP, and Illidan just looking for someone, anything. He can't find a single person to kill, aside from Clockwork once. And this is definitely not the nighttime phase that VP wanted. This is not what you want to have happen when you pick up a Night Stalker, because now, what's going to happen? Alliance, they're getting so much farm, they'll almost have a TA with the Blink Dagger. They already do have an armlet on the Lifestealer, who is going to kill off the Gyrocopter. Illidan going to get killed as well, or very close to killed at least. S4 going to have a lot of damage dumped on him, but he's going to be just fine. Illidan getting roughed up a lot by a huge melt hit, following up with a fully charged level 3 Illuminate. So this nighttime phase slowly starting to burn down, and Loda getting even more gold on this top lane. Has picked up his boots, has picked up 1 kill onto the, who was it? It was the Gyrocopter on the top lane, got a little bit out of position. And that's going to should be more gold for Alliance, so I don't want to call it just yet, but it's looking very, very grim for VP. Nighttime phase not over just yet, but Illidan is back in the base. He hasn't gotten anything accomplished. Level 7 on the Night Stalker is not where you want to be 11 minutes into the game. You want to be at level 10, at least level 9 from hunting down kills. They might get Loda on this top lane if they have a Fiend's Grip. They don't. Loda's going to get silenced, but he has an armlet. Zeus is here for some lightning, and here comes KSI as well. They might get Loda, actually. He's going to arm the toggle, and here comes Bulldog for the Cogs. Going to hold KSI in. Loda can't get in there. He's going to get the Infest onto EGM. Keep himself safe. KSI will get dropped. EGM now on the run from Illidan. There is the telekinesis. Going to save EGM just barely. Admiral Bulldog with the body block following up. EGM's going to live. Loda's going to live. Beautiful play from EGM as well as Lifestealer, keeping himself safe in the body of Rubik, and Rubik just barely keeping his own body safe, thereby keeping the Lifestealer's body safe as well. VP get nothing but death on that top lane. And now Daybreak is about to hit, and Night Stalker only 200, 34 CS, hasn't been getting CS in the nighttime phase, hasn't been getting creep kills, has been getting absolutely snubbed in the nighttime phase. KSI, to VP's credit, does have a hand of Midas. He's going for a quick mech, and NS has had a lot of time to farm, but really he doesn't have enough farm. If you look at the TA, does have a Blink Dagger flying out towards her right as we speak. We look at the Lifestealers now picked up his phase boots. It's looking extremely grim for VP, because now they're forced to play defensively. And when you're forced to play defensively, you want to have someone who can amplify with the farm so that you can actually farm during that defensive phase. It's not going to be NS. They can't have this Gyrocopter farm because he's just so far behind right now. This is how far behind he is, and they would like everyone to get gold, ideally, obviously. but Zeus is not going to hold this against a TA as well as a Lifestealer. Both of these heroes very, very capable of, well, getting kills in Gyrocopter. EGM, though, going to get boarded up. Lightning from Zeus is going to almost bring down EGM. KSI actually does it. Now Illidan on the run. Going to pop the ultimate, and he just needs one more hit. Loda, does he have Infest? In 9 seconds, he will. Oh, Flare from far away. Bulldog finds the kill. In the meantime, TA diving Zeus in the mid lane. VP already taking a couple deaths. I don't know where Aki died, but he did die. So the score is technically tied, but the carries on Alliance have a lot more than the carries on VP, because really VP only have one carry hero in the Gyrocopter. He's being played as support, and the Night Stalker is not going to carry this game, especially up against Lifestealer and TA. So I really I'm trying to avoid sounding like I'm completely counting VP out of this, but honestly, what are you supposed to do against this TA and Lifestealer? They already have their core items up, and you don't have anything. Your prime has passed, or you're really not your complete prime, but the good chunk of your prime has passed if you're VP. And now Admiral Bulldog looking for a hook shot in. If you can find NS, that will be a dead Gyrocopter. Although it might be a dead Bulldog if he jumps in. Level 4 Rocket Barrage does hurt. He's going to run headlong into Illidan, and they do spot each other out. Is he going to go for it? No, he's not. They're just protecting Loda right now. They know he's getting farmed. They know S4 is still getting farmed in the mid lane. Something that Crazy hasn't been doing is actually leave the lane. He does have his ultimate in a little bit. Level 4 on that bolt, level 3 on the static field. So he could put out some decent damage. The thing is, if he will be able to close the distance, because S4, again, with that Blink Dagger, will not allow Zeus to sit in the back and fire off Lightning Bolt after Lightning Bolt, especially with a double damage rune. KSI almost dying in one hit. KSI is actually going to slip away from this despite the flare, but here comes Bulldog, hook shotting in, now Crazy in a little bit of trouble. There's the trap slowing him down. Going to unleash hell onto Admiral Bulldog, but the ultimate cancelled by S4, killing him off prematurely. Bulldog on the run will be just fine. We see this bot lane, EGM getting opened up by the Rocket Barrage. The Rage forcing that Rocket Barrage onto one target. Telekinesis going to hold the Gyrocopter out for just a little bit. He will ultimately die. And now Ars Art on the run. And I don't really like his chances right now because Loda's pissed. Here comes Admiral Bulldog. S4 going to blink forward, assassinate the rest of that Night Stalker's HP pool. Teleportation coming in. It's going to be Crazy. Getting dump all of his spells onto the Clockwork. Will kill him off, but trade his life in doing so. Now Ars Art on the run as well. Aki with the quick Illuminate, but Loda is there to pick it up. Actually, Aki does take the kill. Then S4 taking the aggro off of his friendly Keeper of the Light. That is a complete team. That was what, 6 men down? That was 6 for 2 in total for Alliance. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Loda with the Rage, S4 using the Blink with a freaking double damage rune. Always S4s with double damage runes. And VP, they simply could not do anything about it. I mean, Zeus could dump all of the lightning he wants onto Clockwork, and at the end of the day, for Alliance, Admiral Bulldog is expendable. I mean, he's still getting a little bit of farm. He's getting assists. He's making sure kills are happening, especially with hookshotting KSI in this mid lane. He's making kills happen. But in the end, S4 and Loda are the ones reaping the benefit of those kills. Doesn't really sound fair, but it's because it's not. That is, however, ideal Dota. The person who hits hardest is the one you want to have the most gold with. Now we see NS in a little bit of trouble. If they spot him out just for a second, this is going to be a dead Gyro. Blink forward and TA could take him out by herself. Looks like Loda's a little bit scared of Illidan as well as Ars Art moving down to this lane. Fiend's Grip finally picked up 16 minutes in though. Level 7, level 8 on... Oh wow, Rubik stole Thunder God's Wrath. Oh wow, EGM. You baller, you. Oh, that's going to be a little bit of a surprise for VP. If it... I hope it does to get a kill. Just because I love it when Rubiks use their ultimates effectively. And a big part of Thunder God's Wrath is having that additional proc of the static field. But at the same time, who doesn't love that giant crack and bang when you set that spell off? It's satisfying. I don't care who you are. Like, it's amazing. Hookshot in from Bulldog. Going to find NS, but he's right in the middle of a Rocket Barrage. Won't matter because of that Wrath of God. There you go. Illidan can try to get Admiral Bulldog. He will slip away just barely. Fiend's Grip onto Loda. They can turn this one around. Bolt is going to do a lot of damage. Does not have Infest either. Loda's probably going to go down. He will go down. So Alliance possibly getting a little bit over-aggressive there. Taking a 2v4 fight, 2v5. Not ideal. Now Aki might get dove. He's going to slip away, though. It's going to be a Tier 1 tower for VP. Much needed for them. Nighttime phase, round 2 is coming, in addition. They won't have the level 2 darkness. They will, however, have this extra gold from the tower. But S4, in the meantime, has been working on this top Tier 1 tower. KSI is going to jump right in. Okay, this announcer's starting to piss me off. Where is he? Shut him up. Someone shut him up. Thank you. I don't like really anything but the Bastion announcer. Quite honestly, I am a snob. I'm an announcer snob, and I'm okay with being that also. Like, I'm perfectly okay with that. But Rubik with the Thunder God's Wrath helping Admiral Bulldog secure the kill on the very, very soft Gyrocopter. Even though Rocket Barrage does a lot of damage, if he's dead, then the Rocket Barrage will not fly out. So EGM helping the Clockwork in killing off that hero. Ultimately, probably wasn't the best idea to go in on that fight just because of how many VP heroes were there, but Alliance had no way of knowing so. So, the second nighttime phase is almost upon us, and we'll see if VP can make a better showing than the last time. They will be a little bit further behind, however, so it's going to be that much more difficult for their secondary nighttime phase to be valuable, but it's still not too late. I think if they waste this one, then that's going to be GG. But they still can make a numerous amount of things happen. They've shown that they have the burst damage. As long as they get a Fiend's Grip on the correct target, and the correct target is Loda or S4, then they will be able to make the kills happen. We see a giant smoke up now. VP actually going to go very much so in their own direction. Each in their own direction. Thunder God's Wrath just spotting out everyone. Using that purely... Oh no, wait, that wasn't... That was EGM. Using Thunder God's Wrath will not spot out anyone. I'm not too sure how it worked with smoke. I know I don't play Zeus enough, quite honestly. I think it might just reveal you and not do damage. And there's Thunder God's Wrath returned right back from Crazy. But yeah, they were smoked up, but they didn't take any damage, so I think it does reveal you. Or it might just not do anything at all. I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, VP can look for the top tier 1 tower, will find it, but that is at the exchange of a Roshan. Desolator and Meld maxed out in the TA. This is going to be an incredibly quick Roshan being taken. Mech has been popped by Aki, I believe. No, as Admiral Bulldog, yeah. So Roshan for a tier 1 tower. I'm sure Alliance are going to be okay with that, because that means TA could dive suicidally. And if they get a team wipe, Alliance that is, then they're going to take multiple towers. So this age is really going to benefit them a lot more than that tier 1 tower is going to benefit VP. But keep in mind, this still is the nighttime phase. This is the time for VP to go super aggressive onto Alliance and actually try to make some kills happen. And this might be their start. S4 going to blink straight forward for Arzart, getting it silenced right off the bat. Can do a little bit of damage, poke here, poke there, but in the end, he will not make anything happen. But really, nothing has been expended from him, so, no skin off his nose, I'm sure. Missile going to fly onto S4. They're looking for an Admiral Bulldog Lifestealer Grenade. They're going to find one as well. Catch Illidan, and he now is trapped in the cogs. This is going to be a dead Night Stalker for you. There it goes. Calldown's going to hit onto Loda, as well as Bulldog. Lots of damage with S4, already taking down both supports. Now the Hacky in the middle of everything. Where is Crazy? Where is KSI? They're nowhere to be found. Actually, Crazy is found. He's going to try to take down EGM, but he won't have enough to do so. And instantly, S4, just within the moments of time where Loda as well as Bulldog managed to jump on that Night Stalker. Ooh, everyone's going to get out of there from that Zeus ult. But just in that moment of, oh no, Crazy, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Yeah, you're unhappy. This guy is hurting a lot, and now he's dead. Aegis still is up on the TA, so she's in no danger. Actually, Arzart's coming in with the Fiend's Grip onto Loda, but the damage plus the cogs. Yeah, you don't want to let S4 attack. I think Loda does a lot of damage, but I think S4 is probably your highest priority because he can do stuff like that. And right now, VP are going full on Power Ranger mode, throwing themselves at Alliance one at a time. And that's going to be it. It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to see because Zeus was picked in this game. He was decently effective, but definitely not effective enough. And S4 really needed something more to shut him down. Unfortunately, for VP, it won't actually work out for them. So this game number 1 is going to go for Alliance. This is a best of 3 from the winners bracket. Again, winner goes on to the grand finals. Losers faces the winner of the other series that has been casted. It's going to be spoilers ahead. Team Liquid. So loser of this series does go down. And VP, I think if they choose something a little bit more standard in their next game, they'll probably have a better time against Alliance. But either way, it's going to be very difficult for them just going into a set 1-0 behind already. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't, let me know why. Other than that, hope you have a good day. GG.